Hey YouTube, this is Josh from Volkswagen. This is our 2013 Touareg VR6 Executive. You can see the front fascia on this Touareg is a lot more modern than it previously was. Our fascias came all the way down to the bottom. You can see our fog lights are all the way down here now. Front proximity sensors. This is a heated front washer nozzles. You can see this one actually runs the bi-xenon with the LED daytime running lights. The Volkswagen emblem has actually increased in size. It's a little bit larger now, and you can see the great chrome accents on the car. You walk around to the side, of course on the Executive, this is the 20-inch wheels, so they really look nice. Chrome accents down the side and up near the mirrors, so you can tell it is very nice. Factory tint on the car. As you come to the back tail lights, as you can see, are updated quite a bit. Dual exhaust, Executive here. Again, rear proximity sensors. Also Executive, you do have the backup camera on here. At the click of a button, the gate does come up, so it's easy how to do that. Very simple. Now inside here, you can tell excellent tie downs. We've got a lot of space, very usable. As a part of this package, you can actually select one of these. It electronically lays down, so it's really sharp. A lot of space. Of course, we've got this little vent shade right here. Up under here, select that. You can tell this is our Space Master tire. Okay, you actually pump this up, and what this will do is it actually saves space. That way you can have a larger tire, a full-size temporary spare, without taking additional space. Now we have these foam trays. That foam allows it not to bounce around inside the car as easy, eliminating a lot of the noise, a lot of the extras in here. That is the rear of the car. The button up here is going to lower that back down. Now inside here, if you'll notice, each seat is bolstered to each individual, and it does meet the guidelines for the child safety seat. Now if you notice, you can grab this and you can lay it down a little bit. It's going to make it a little bit more comfortable for our back passengers, and you have the pull down with the cup holder, so it is very nice there. Part of the Executive, you do have the three-way controlled heated rear seating surfaces, which is very nice. So it is a very luxurious car. You can see the wood grain. It is nice. As we get up front, you can see the fully electronic seating surfaces. Very bolstered interior. Wood grain as part of the Executive package. You can see this does run full navigation. Independent right here. It is extremely nice. Okay, now inside the Touareg, the Executive, of course, putting the foot on the brake, mashing the start's gonna start the ignition there. First thing to display, you can see, of course, the full navigation system. This does run live traffic. If I zoom out right here, you can tell, do you see these green lines that start to pop up? That is live traffic. Of course, you can mash the traffic, and you can see all the roads that's closed, construction, wrecks, you name it. There's quite a few things that will pop up, and it actually shows you how far away you are. So it is very simple to operate. Again, back on nav, you can run 2D or 3D. When you're running 3D in the larger cities, you will notice there is actually painted buildings. They're up. It gives you sort of a landmark. Even in small cities where we are, you can see sit-go stations, hotels, stuff like that starting to pop up. Very user-friendly, very easy to operate. So it is nice. Now, band, this is going to be your AM, FM, Sirius satellite radio. It all presets right here on the front screen. Very simple. In this Executive, you actually do run the Dyne Audio premium sound system, so it is actually in here. It's a 400 watt sound system. It's very clear. So amplifier for each speaker. It is a 9 speaker, so it is very clear inside this car. Now, some of the things that this car have that, you know, most people have actually never seen it actually shows the degree of steering wheel tilt. So however you're turning, it'll actually show you. So it's really, really cool. And off-road compass right there, and even altitude. Now just below that, all your assist systems. You can even go into personal settings, which is, you know, your external lighting, footwell lighting. You can really personalize the car to what you need. Service. You know, you can actually tell when you need to be back into the dealership, and it is pretty simple, either by days or by mileage. So very, very simple to do there. Now, if you were to get in here and pair up your phone, all your preset list will be on here. It'll also have all your call logs, who you've called, who's called you, just about everything inside the car. Very, very simple. Not only will it do that, we now have Bluetooth audio, which means when you pair your phone, you actually can play Pandora Internet Radio. A lot of this is actually going to come through these speakers, so it is very easy to do. Just simply through your phone, you can play many songs on your tracks as well. This does have a 32 gigabyte hard drive built in to this car, so it is pretty simple to do. Every window with these Volkswagens are automatic one touch up and down. Even the side mirrors over here, you can tell left, off, right. Right here is heated. Tilting down is actually going to fold in the mirrors, so pretty cool feature there. This can be programmed to, when locking, it's going to go ahead and fold in for you. So a good little feature right there. If I sit back a little bit, you can actually see the presets for the seats. We've relocated them to this point so it's easier to get to. You don't have to get down beside your chair. Very, very nice. Now, as most cars today, telescopic steering wheel. Okay, so this is a multi-function steering wheel. You can see all the presets. Right now I've got it set to miles per hour digital. You can see it's enlarged, very easy to see. Of course, you still have the analog, so it's, you know, you can still go by that, but it is nice to see that right here. You can see all your displays since start, since refill, or just long-term in general. You can run through there how many miles until I run out of fuel, you know, your average consumptions, you name it, travel times. This is all resettable, and it's very easy to work with. If I go through this, you can run navigation through this. If I'm navigating, that's actually going to come up in your field of view. You can see the Touareg actually came on right there, so it looks pretty sharp. Audio sources, if you don't even want to mash over here, you can actually flip through with your thumb on here. Telephone, again, all your phone book and everything's going to pair right here, and you can go back to the vehicle status. So very easy to operate. And one thing that actually coincides with your Bluetooth, volume up down, either for the radio or in call volume, change radio stations, accept a call, or push to talk. This means you would actually go by a name in your contacts list. You mash that and you say call John Smith, and it'll actually preset and actually call them. So it's very, very simple for you. This of course does have auto headlights and also auto dim rear mirror. So if anybody bright lights you from behind, that photo cell will actually capture that, and it'll actually turn it a very dark green color. That way you don't have to emit anything. Some of the media sources in this car, of course, we had mentioned Bluetooth audio, Sirius XM, AM, FM, HD, FM in the city. Also, if you'll grab right over here to the left side of the box, grab that down, you'll start to see this fall down. Let me get this out of the way. You're going to see SD1, SD2. What this is the ScanDisc card reader. Very, very efficient way to put music on the car. Very cheap, inexpensive. Below that, you do have your CD changer right up above that. So that kind of pops down. A lot of owners do not even know they have that right now because it's kind of concealed up there. So just mashing that up. This is a ventilated box in here. So any devices you do put in here are going to be very, very, cooled off. It's a little easier on them. And you actually have auxiliary cords in here. You can get Volkswagen's iPod connections throughout there. So that is available and typically does come with the car. Now to cool the car off, if you want to take a look, of course, dual climate control, very, very functional. If I mash sync, it goes back with the driver. You can see I can turn it up right here. You can turn it down. Three-way controlled heated seats on either side. It does have the automatic feature, recirculate, everything you're commonly used to. Cool feature on this, if I was to turn the car off and mash rest, this actually, while there is still cool air in that tube or hot air, it'll actually still recirculate that until it gets really, really warm, and then it'll cut off. That way, if you go to a gas station or anything on a hot day, it'll still continue to recirculate that air. We'll get cranked back up here. That is one way. That's actually the analog way to control any of these features as far as the climate. You can also mesh climate right on here. What this is going to do is the exact same thing. You can see, you can put it right on your body. You know, you just do anything you want to. Fan up, fan down. It's the same thing as down there. Pretty simple. And in the executive class, you do have heated steering wheel. So that is actually where you control that feature. It's really, really nice to have. So you can tell this is a very, very high packaged car. If I put it in reverse, note two things. You do have the proximity sensors in the front, in the rear. It has a good little display of a Volkswagen Touareg right here. And you can see our actual turning radius right here. Red means you probably shouldn't go that far. If I start to turn this, you're going to see a green lane appear. This is actually the direction that I'm currently pointing. Yellow is predicted. If I leave the steering wheel exactly like this, that's where my car is going to travel. So very, very simple to do there. Okay, it is very simple. Now some of the other luxury features in this car, if you want to take a look, right above us is actually a panoramic sunroof. By selecting this knob right here, the forward and reverse arrow, you make one selection and it's going to open it up really nice. The feature for this, the back passengers are going to feel a lot less claustrophobic inside the car. So really, really helps out. Now you can see it's a double paned. By twisting this knob here, the first pane is going to rise on top of the second pane. So you see it goes back very, very nicely. And you do have this wind buffer right here. This is actually going to disrupt the airflow around the cabin and really, really help it out. And just as easy as it opened, it goes closed. And you also have vent on here as well. Today's pretty hot, so we're just going to go ahead and put that shade back. And you'll probably be able to see a little bit better as well. Now while we're up top, some of the last features in the car, you can see here is your home link. So very, very simple. You can just select one of these and operate a garage door opener or anything else. And it is pretty simple. Now, I did forget to mention this is the VR6 280 horsepower engine, and its towing capacity is actually 7,700 pounds towing. It is a very, very nice car, and you can always give us a call. We're here at your local Volkswagen dealership. It's 828-781-7357. Again, my name's Josh, and we'd love to help you out.